be clear about that right up front. But I am nearly famous, and there's an important difference. Nearly famous is when your name has appeared in newspapers often enough that friends say, I saw you again, but never enough that strangers ask for autographs. Nearly famous is being local television since the late May neighbors, just long enough that someone might recognize your face in the grocery store, and then politely decide not to say anything. Nearly famous is landing a 3-minute and 47-second interview on a Kansas City station long enough to feel important, short enough that it didn't come with hair, makeup, or a dressing room, but still long enough to record it on VHS and keep it, of course. Over the years, I've been in local newspapers more than 50 times, and in state magazines a number of times, which sounds impressive until you realize it usually comes with headlines like local artist, community program, or area woman does something nice. Not exactly pop-right material, but still, ink is ink. Nearly famous means you've clipped articles, saved screenshots, and tucked away programs, just in case someone someday asks, have you ever been published? And you can casually say, oh, a bit. It's the kind of fame where your family is deeply unimpressed because they've seen this your whole life, but your grandkids think it's pretty cool that Gma was on TV. And honestly, that's the best kind. I don't have a Wikipedia page, I don't need security. I've never been mobbed, but I have told stories, shared art, preserved history, stood in front of cameras with paint on my hands and words in my heart, and somehow managed to do it often enough that people kept inviting me. So yes, I am nearly famous. Famous enough to have a paper trail. Famous enough to make memories. Famous enough to laugh about it. And best of all, free to live a perfectly normal life without sunglasses indoors. Now that is the sweet spot.